Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Monday, July the 24th, 2023. Today we're pulling from the gold foiled tarot cards. So we have the Queen of Swords. We got this on Friday. So like an air of truth, thinking with our higher self. You know, like they're showing the page of swords. So it's like the truth will come out to the surface. You know what I mean? So I feel like truth has already come out. I feel like if you've been like myself on a journey, it's like you see who's there for you and you see who's not there for you. The people that's like, I got you, you know, they're saying the word homie. They're like, you know what I mean? They're like, I got you, blah, 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 blah. When poop hits the fan, it's like crickets. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's because universe is transforming your life, removing people, places, and things out of your life that no longer serve you. You know, we have the world. You're ready for this ending. You've been working hard for this ending. And maybe you've gone through a separation, divorce, bereavement, where that's where it took you to this ending. You know what I mean? But in this, it's like you were in this kind of like this hermit mode to rebuild yourself, to find your higher self, to find your purpose. And now you're ready to ascend. You're ready for this wheel to move forward. You're ready for this chapter. They were saying easy street. We have the Nine of Pentacles coming in, new forms of income, new forms of blessings. You know, with this Ace of Cups coming in, they're just like blessing after blessing after blessing. You know, they were showing with TikTok, I almost called it Tarot Talk. TikTok, you're pushing this wheelbarrow down. So we're getting a lot of fall imagery, like, you know, it's this cornfield, you know, where the wheel was like slowly moving, and it's like you're slowly moving through forward. You know what I mean? Until you get to the other side of the cornfield, I feel. Very energy oracle cards. But they're showing like you pushing this wheelbarrow and you're just getting pumpkins after pumpkins. You're reaping this harvest. You're just like pushing this wheelbarrow like, you know what I mean? Like it's nothing. And they're just putting pumpkins after pumpkins. And you know what I mean? But the wheelbarrow isn't getting full. It's like this endless wheelbarrow that you just keep getting and getting and getting and getting. They were showing me standing in this lake here, you know, because I love the rain and I love water, and it's just like, you know, looking at these big raindrops come down, you know, and they were saying like when it rains it pours, you know what I mean? But I don't feel like in a destructive way, you know. God bless Halifax right now, they're getting a lot of flooding right now, but it's just like not in that sense. They're showing in the sense of we've been getting a lot of tropical weather, to tell you the truth. We've been getting you know, what was I saying? I feel like in the sense of just like, you know, you feel like, you know, a lot revived is what they're saying. Go out in the rain and just, you know what I mean? It's if I had like a straight shot to my yard and, you know, to hang up my clothes and stuff like that, it's just, I remember we were living at this house and we had the garage door open. And, you know, Shane was like, why aren't you guys coming in the house? I'm like, we're going to get soaked. I'm like, it's fine. I'm like, I love sitting out here and just listening to the rain. And he's like, okay. But it was such an experience to sit there and you're not getting soaked, but to sit there and be like, listen to the rainfall and everything like that. It was really beautiful. They were saying like you were in control of this whole time. You could have went to the left. You could have went to the right. You know, I'm watching The Crown. And it's like Prince Philip was showing one of their relatives how to carriage race. He was showing her like the front reins do this, the back reins control the back horses and stuff like that. But it's just like universe has guided you. You know, like he was talking about bereavement, how the loss of his sister really affected him for the rest of his life. He's like, you just learn to build around it. He's like, you find happiness, you know, things that make you happy again. And it's true. Like I felt so guilty for so long for the most minuscule things, like putting my feet in the grass, because I was telling Shane like he would suffer from winter blues, and I'm like, put your feet in the grass. It's really transformative. You know, but it's just like, I feel like this is why you were the victor wearing the wreath. You went through such a journey. You went through such a transformation because this is what you were working for. It wasn't easy. We could have sat there and kicked up our heels and did this and that and been, you know, shady about things. But it's just like, instead of that, you know, I was just talking to my friend about this. I was like, I'm really lucky that God has always blessed me with a job to be always around my kids. Like, I am very lucky that way. You know, surrogacy, babysitting, card reading. When I was in Toronto, it was surrogate contracts, matching people, you know. But unfortunately that happened and I had to put everything on a hold. Moving out here, there's none of that. They're so conservative and homophobic out here. There's none of that. So it's just like, you know, it's just like I was guided to where I needed to be. You know, with the Five of Cups, I feel like, you know, we still you know, I was listening to, and I actually saw it on TikTok. I was resting my feet, and I saw, you know, I Want to Break Free by Queen, you know, and it's just like that final ballad before the song ends, and it's like, but life still goes on. I still can't get used to living without you, you know, and it's true. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, even my son and me talk about that, my youngest, and he's just like, you know, how like nostalgic certain things are, and you know, just, you know, he wishes, like, you know, like we were talking about, like, you know, holograms and stuff like that. Would you want to do that? And I said, no, that would be too hard on me. Like, even when they had the TikTok where the eyes would move and they would smile, oh my gosh, that gutted me. You know, that gutted me. To see my dad, like, ugh. Like, you know, my gosh. Shane, I was okay. Shane, I was like, you know, I loved his smile. Shane didn't smile so much. My dad was a smiler. My dad was always smiling. But Shane was always like self-conscious because he, poor thing, when he was small, actually got a rod go rip right through his face, and the poor thing has this. I never saw the scar, but he showed me. He's like, "Can't you see it?" I was like, "No, you were 3 when you got it." I'm like, "You can't see it," and he's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "I'm positive. I didn't even know you had it until you pointed it out." I was like, "We got together in 2007. It was, I think it was 2016 when he showed it to me because we were living at the house." And I'm like, "I didn't even see it till you sat there." He got mad at me because he thought I was lying to him. I'm like, "I don't see anything." And he showed it to me, and I was just like, I'm like right in his face looking, and I'm like, "Where is it? Like, you're so pale. Like, I don't see anything." You know, and the scar, luckily enough, because he was so young, it's white. You couldn't see it unless he points it out. Even with my face, I got hit with the face of the hockey puck, and you can't see it unless I point it out. And then they're like, "Oh, now I see it." Or I take their finger and I'm like, "Can you feel it where the indentation is?" And they're like, "Oh." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm really lucky I didn't freaking shatter my face or anything like that, you know?" But, you know, I feel like with that 5 of Cups, it's just like, you know, find the things that make you happy in life, you know, like Prince Philip was saying, find the things that, you know, that give you purpose, that give you meaning. And I feel like cards, my children, were the things that give me purpose and meaning. My kids have always given me purpose. They're the biggest blessing. And like, you know, you never realize how important your children are in your life until like you realize how important they, I don't know. It's just like you don't, it's hard to put into words. You know what I mean? When you raise these young people and then they turn around and love you the way that you love them. You know what I mean? They hug you and kiss you and say, "I love you," and stuff like that. But it's like when they sit there and they're just there, you know, and they just help in certain ways. You know what I mean? Like they think of you first. You know what I mean? It's just, it's different. It just really transforms you as a parent. You're just like, wow. Like if you're blessed enough to have, you know, your children sit there and like, you know, let me just take care of this so mom don't have to do it. You know, and I'm like, you know, it's mind blowing. You know, all the, like they said, all the love that you have put out into the world will find its way back to you. You know, and I feel like children are like that. All the love you give them will find its way back to you through them. You know what I mean? Like you don't even have kids for that purpose because you want them to give you that love. You expect it. As parents, we don't expect anything. You know, we just want them to be happy and healthy. You know, and for them to sit there and grow up and transform into these beautiful beings, you know, these beautiful souls, these beautiful people, you know, where it's like they think of others before themselves. It's just, you know, you tip off your hat and you thank God, like, you know, because not everybody's so lucky, you know, but this big transformation's coming, you know, and I feel like you're going to be, like they said, you're going to fall to your knees and be like, "There's more," you know, like I know after my first circuit journey, I was just like, you know what I mean? Like I feel bad to ask you for anything because you blessed us so much. You know what I mean? And I'm just, you know, it was just transformative. It's like you got into it, you know what I mean? And then you see how much it changes someone's life. And you see these, you know what I mean? You've had children yourself, but to sit there and see, you know, them love on their kids and everything, like, you know, to see the children be born, and it's just, oh, you know, you could feel just the energetic energy around you. It's just, you know, you just want to, you know, it's amazing. But I'm telling you, you're about all the, like I said, all the love you put out into the universe, all those trials and tribulations, you know, it will never replace this part of you. You know what I mean? Well, like my dad and with Shane and stuff like that. But it's just like, you know, you'll be grateful for it. You know, like I said, you'll fall to your knees, like, you know, in thanks that, like, everything just worked out in your favor, beyond your wildest dreams. You know, what you think you think is coming, it's like times 10, times 100 of that. You know, just keep pushing forward. Butterflies, they're showing butterflies. So white butterflies might be a symbol for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Monday, July the 24th, 2023. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card.